my name is Janet and welcome to 365 inspired yoga classes. And today's practice is inspired by our hands. We use our hands to express ourselves. We know that this means either prayer or, thank you and what, right? So there's so many ways we can express ourselves with our hands. Our hands are considered to be an extension of our heart. And so as we really get connected to our hands, we might feel a greater connection to our heart. I invite you to come down to seated on your mat. We'll start seated. In yoga, we use mudras or hand positions in order to create much more of an intention. For example, if your first finger, pointer finger and thumb touch, that is supposed to connect to consciousness and helpful in quieting the mind. So let's take that hand mudra face up on the knees or thighs as we sit up nice and tall. And if it's uncomfortable to sit flat on the mat like this, you could sit on a chair or put a block or a blanket beneath your seat so that you can sit comfortably for a little while. Blink your eyes closed and feel the expression in your hands. Your fingertips are spread wide, except that the index finger and the thumb curl toward each other and make a connection. And this connection is said to help us be more conscious, more aware, more present, less distracted. Keeping your hands in this connection as we take a few deep cleansing breaths. Inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale, release the past, let it go. Again, inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale, and let go of projections, things to do in the future. One more time, inhale through the nose, establishing yourself in the present moment with this breath. Open your mouth, exhale. Now seal your lips and bring your hands to prayer position in front of your heart. You might gaze softly down over your fingertips as you feel the connection, palm to palm. Feel the energy in your palms, an energy of love and healing. And then extend your energy out past the palms into the rest of your body and take notice, is there someplace on your body that's hurting? Maybe you're having some heartbreak and you could place your hands over your heart. If your lower back is hurting, place your hands on your lower back. If it's on your knees or wherever you're feeling it, if you have a headache, place your hands wherever you feel a need to use the energy in your palms that comes from your heart and place it against your body. Feel that energy moving. And then begin to open your eyes and bringing your palms back to prayer position. Tick-tock your hands side to side. Just feeling the movement in your wrists as we warm up the hands. And then interlace your fingers and press your palms away from you. Round your chin to your chest and just stretch through the back. Take a couple breaths here, breathing slowly and deeply in and out of your nose. And then with your next breath in, lengthen through the spine. Reach your arms high over your head, as high as you comfortably can. Breathe in, and as you exhale, tip a little bit to the left. Feel the stretch on the right side of your body. Inhale, come back to center, and exhale, tip over to the right. As you inhale, come back up to center, and as you exhale, release your hands and circle your arms nice and wide, touching down on either side of your mat. Plant the left palm down, reach the right hand high, breathe in, and as you exhale, tilt over to the left once again. Now add on, take your left hand, reach it up, grab your right wrist, breathe in, and see if you can stretch a little further. Woo, that's challenging. Breathe in, rise up, and as you exhale, both hands reach down and touch the mat. Now the right hand palms as the left hand reaches up. Start to tilt over to the right. Adding another layer, reach your right hand up, grab the left wrist, give it a pull, and go just a little further. Breathe in and stay for your exhale. Good, inhale, rise up. And as you exhale, sweep your hands down until your hands touch the mat. Bring your hands right out in front of you and circle your wrists outward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Let's take the hands overhead and make these same circles. I call this the Gay Pride Parade. Hi, honey. If you've ever been to a pride parade, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's such a fun time. Let's take our hands down in front of us and shift into tabletop. So I'll turn sideways for you. So from tabletop position, set your palms on the mat with your wrists aligned right beneath your shoulders and your fingers spread really wide. In this position, let's move our spine through cow and cat. As you inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. As you exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Good. Knees are hip distance apart, feet separate slightly. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round it out. 2 more times. Inhale, this is cow pose. Exhale, round to cat. 1 more round. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round it out, cat. On your inhale, come to a neutral tabletop position and turn your fingers pointing out toward the outer edges of the mat. With your fingers spread wide, rock gently side to side. Simply noticing how that feels in your body, in your palms. Nice. Coming back to center, try this challenge. Turn your fingertips so they point back toward your knees. This may or may not be appropriate. Try to rock forward and back gently, just a little bit. A nice, easy stretch, slow and careful with your wrists. Good. Come back to center with your fingers pointing forward. We're going to take the left hand, little to no pressure, lean into the right palm, turn your left hand over and gently push the back of the left hand against the floor, against your yoga mat. Easy, light pressure here. And then let's change and flip the left palm over and lean into the left hand so there's not much pressure as you turn your right wrist over so the palm faces up, and we're giving a good stretch to the wrists on the right. Nice. Excellent. Let's come back to neutral and place your left palm at the center of the mat. Breathe and reach your right hand high. And as you exhale, circle the right arm underneath the left. Let's do that again. Inhale, sweep the right hand high. Exhale, thread the needle, right arm under left. 1 more time. Breathe in, send your right arm high. Exhale, right arm under left. Come down to your right temple, right shoulder. Send your left hand forward, fingertips spread wide, and add 1 more layer. Send your left foot back with your toes curled under. Nice little stretch here. Now, if you're feeling stable and you want to add a challenge, lift your left hand into the air. Good. 1 more challenge. Turn your left thumb down. Bring your left hand behind your back, tucking into the right hip crease or reaching for that space on the lower back. We'll exit in reverse order. Take the left hand, reach it up, then place it way out in front of you. Bring your left knee down to the mat, the left palm at the center of the mat, and breathe in to reach your right hand high. And as you exhale, place your right palm down. Let's try all of that on the second side. As you inhale, sweep your left hand high. Exhale, left arm under right. We'll do that again. Inhale, reach the left hand up. Exhale, left arm under right. 1 more time. Inhale, stretch high. Exhale, thread the needle. Now we'll come down to resting on the left temple, left shoulder. Right hand reaches forward. Right foot might or might not reach to the back of your mat. Find stability here. If you feel wobbly, stay where you are. If you feel stable, reach your right hand into the air, just feeling that extra extension. The next layer, if you want to try it, is to turn your left palm down, right thumb down, and then bring your right hand to the left hip crease. Good. Just feel that nice little shoulder stretch there. Awesome. We'll exit in reverse order. Right hand reaches high. Then the right hand comes to the front of the mat with the arms stretched out. Bring your right knee to the mat and then back the right palm up in front of your face and breathe in to reach your left hand into the air. Nice. Come back to tabletop position. From tabletop position, walk your hands forward the length of your palms and curl your toes under, push up and back to downward facing dog. So here in down dog, if this is too long of a dog and too challenging for you, you can walk your hands back where they were in tabletop. So make the adjustment with your hands as needed, getting it just right for you today. Looking at the hands, the fingers are spread nice and wide like starfish on the beach. It's not necessary that your heels touch the mat, but they might. It will happen over time. Feeling strong in your arms, begin to pedal out the legs, bending one knee and then the other. Really feel the traction of your hands on the mat. Good. And then coming to center, look at your hands, place your left palm toward the center of the mat, reach your right hand underneath and grab the left leg. Woo! Little twist there. Added challenge, feeling strong in the left arm. And then let's release and try the other side. So now the right palm will come to the center of the mat. The left hand reaches under, grabs the right leg, and we peek under the right armpit. Feeling good and strong here. One more breath. And then go ahead and release, coming back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, let's breathe in, shift forward to high plank, the top of a push-up. Feeling strong there as you breathe out, really strong in the hands, maybe claw at your mat a little bit. Inhale and exhale to down dog. Let's do that again. With the breath, breathe in, shift forward to high plank, strong hands, fingers wide. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more times. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Once more, breathe in, shifting forward. Exhale to downward facing dog. Good. From down dog, bring your left foot to the center of the mat, lift your right leg into the air, breathe in, and as you exhale, bring your right knee toward your nose, curl your back like a kitty cat. Hold there. As you inhale, re-extend your right leg high. As you exhale, step your right foot between your thumbs. You may need to use your right hand to pull the right foot forward. It's lower down to the left knee. And keeping your hands on the mat if you can, start to shift forward. Nice big stretch for the front of your left hip. Your gaze is forward, your shoulders soften down your back. Take 2 more breaths here. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time, breathe in, breathe out. Stay as you breathe in, and as you exhale, walk your hands back and get a nice big stretch in your right hamstring as you straighten the right leg. With your hands on the mat or wherever they can rest, start to stretch forward over your right leg. Keep pulling your right hip back as your left hip shifts forward. Good. Take 2 more breaths here. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. On your inhale, begin to shift forward back into the lunge. Keep your left hand on the mat and reach your right hand high. You can stay exactly like this, or begin to bend your left knee and sweep your right hand back and see if you can find your left foot. This posture is called twisted monkey. Good. One more breath here. Release the left foot. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot and toe heel your right foot to the outer right corner of your yoga mat. Start to press your hips forward, and if you have room to go deeper, come on down to your forearms. Let your head hang heavy here and just enjoy this variation of a nice wide runner's lunge stretch. Take 1 more breath here. And now let's strengthen the posture, making it into lizard. Lift your gaze up. And then lift your left knee up off the mat. Oh boy, that's a bit of work, isn't it? You can always lower it back down if you need to, or you could be on your palms if you need to. Be strong, 1 more breath. And then lower the left knee and bring your palms onto the mat. So you're coming up onto the palms. Again, curling the left toes under, step back to downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here, really feeling strong in your arms. Good. Okay, second side. Place your right foot at the center of the mat. Lift your left leg up. Breathe in, and as you exhale, bring your left knee toward your nose. Cat the spine. Curl it in. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Good. Inhale, take your left leg high. And as you exhale, place your left foot between your thumbs into a nice low lunge. Lower the right knee. Check that the left knee is over the left ankle. Keeping your fingertips or hands on the mat. Begin to press forward. And as you press forward, you're pressing and stretching the front of your right hip. Your gaze is lifted. Take a few breaths here. Really enjoying the stretch. Nice. One more deep breath in. Let's stay here as we breathe out. Hold this posture on the inhale, and on your exhale, begin to walk the hands back into monkey God stretch. You're gonna flex the left toes toward your nose, try to straighten the left leg, and bow down over your left leg. Keep pulling your left hip back, letting your head hang heavy. Just breathe. Kind of a challenging posture, isn't it? Good, deep stretch. Feel the attraction of your hands on the mat. And then lift your gaze and begin to walk your hands forward as you start to bend into the left knee. Keep your right hand on the mat and lift your left hand into the air into a twist. One more challenge, lift your gaze up to the left hand. Stay exactly as you are. Or if you tried it on the first side, take twisted monkey. Your left hand reaches back, your right knee bends, and the left hand tries to find the right foot. It's okay to reach back and not get the foot, that works too. Good. Big stretch, right? Big challenge here. One more breath here. And then let's release. Releasing the right foot. We're going to take the left hand to the inside of the left foot and toe heel the left foot to the upper left corner of your yoga mat. Getting a nice wide, long lunge, shift forward, and come on down to your forearms if that's possible in your body. If not, stay on your hands. Some people put blocks underneath their forearms. That works too. Simply let your head hang heavy. Really relaxing into this good stretch here. We're going to strengthen this posture, making this runner's lunge into a lizard by lifting the gaze and lift up the back right knee. Woo! Good. Stay right there. One more breath. I know it's strong, it's challenging, we got it. And then lower to your right knee, bring your palms beneath you, rising up onto the hands. Curl the back, right toes under, lifting up the back right knee, and step back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, let's shift forward to high plank. Hold high plank. This is strong ab work. Tuck your pelvis under. Pull your belly in, feel your thighs spiraling inward and upward. You can come to the knees to modify, shift forward, lower all the way to your tummy. So your palms are in the perfect connection for a flowing cobra with your chin on the mat, using arm strength. Straighten your legs so much the tops of your feet press into the mat and your kneecaps might even lift off the mat. And then breathe in to lift up. Use arm strength to lift as high as you comfortably can. Even lift your gaze up. Breathe in. And as you exhale, lower your chin to the mat. Let's do it again. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale, lower down. 2 more times. Inhale, high cobra. Exhale, chin to the mat. Last one. Breathe in, lift up. And as you exhale, lower all the way down. Release your right cheek onto the mat. Rest your arms by your side. Bring your big toes to touch. And let your heels fall open. This is a nice release for your lower back. Just pausing to breathe here. Whew. Let's take that back bend and make it a little stronger, moving into seal pose. Bring your chin to the mat. Place your palms on the outer corners or outer edges of your mat, forward of your shoulders. Now we're going to turn the toes out, heels in, and take the feet as wide or wider than the width of your mat. If you know your body to be very flexible, walk your hands back a little bit toward your chest. If you're tighter in back bends, move your hands forward. Just kind of figure that out. As you inhale, we're going to lift like we just did for Cobra. This is called seal, like a harbor seal. Good. And then another layer we might have is to lift the gaze up. If you feel you could go deeper, lower down, back your hands up a little bit closer to your chest. Keep them nice and wide like the width of your mat. And lift up even higher, lifting your gaze up. One more layer. Do you want to try it? Bend your knees, bring your big toes to touch back there. And then lifting your gaze, maybe your feet touch the top of your head. Maybe one day. One more big breath in here. And as you exhale, let it all go. Rest your left cheek on the mat and relax your arms right there by your side. Good. Just take a few breaths here, noticing how that feels. Now bring your chin back to the mat and let's push into tabletop and push back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, inhale your right leg high, and as you exhale, step your right foot between your thumbs into a low lunge. We're gonna take this into standing splits. It's kind of a balance pose turned upside down. We're keeping our hands connected to the mat. As you push off the left toes, send your left leg high. This is standing split, so your hands are on the mat. You're feeling nice and strong. If anybody feels like they want an added challenge, you might try to hold on to your right ankle with one or both of your hands. Woo, that's challenging. And then bring your hands back to the mat and step back to downward facing dog. Excellent. Try the second side with me. Inhale, reach your left leg high. As you exhale, place your left foot between your thumbs. We're gonna shift onto the left foot, lifting the right leg into the air, into our standing split. Fantastic. Now, only if you try it on the first side. You want to give it a go. Hold on to the left ankle with one or maybe both of your hands. And then place both hands down. Good. And step back to downward facing dog. Excellent. From downward facing dog, breathe your right leg into the air, and as you exhale, bring your right into your right wrist for pigeon posture. Send your left leg long behind you. Back your hands up, place them on either side of your hips. Give a little lift, pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Breathe in, and as you exhale, release forward. Coming on down to your forearms, onto your palms. Stack your hands one on top of the other, and rest your forehead on the back of your hands. Just relax here and feel this right hip really stretching and releasing. Take one more full breath cycle here. Good. And then lift your gaze and bring your palms to the mat. Curl your left toes under and push back to down dog. Let's try the second side. Breathe and take your left leg lifted up. As you exhale, bring your left knee to your left wrist. Rest your shin on the mat. Stretch your right leg long behind you. Back your hands up to either side of your hips. Press into the mat with your hands lift. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. Good. And then begin to surrender forward. Softening your forehead to the backs of your hands. Just resting here for a little while. Feel a lovely stretch in the left hip. This should feel really good. If it's not feeling good, make a change. Make it work for you. And then slowly begin to rise up. Whenever I teach a class about the hands, I always think of that Jewel song. These hands, they are my own, they are not yours. Only kindness matters. I love that. Let's press our palms into the mat, curling the right toes under, push back to our last downward facing dog of our practice together today. Really getting into the stretch. Feeling the connection to the mat through your palms. And then lifting your gaze. Look forward and step all the way through. Have a seat on your yoga mat. Send your legs out in front of you. Maybe pull the flesh of your tush back just a little bit so you really feel a connection to the mat. Breathe in to lift your arms high overhead, and as you exhale, reach your hands to your feet. Maybe you're not touching the feet, and that's okay. Maybe you're holding onto your legs in some way. If you can reach the feet, take peace sign fingers around your big toes, and then lift a little as you breathe in and fold deeply as you breathe out. Taking a few breaths here, feel the connection of your hands to your feet. And slowly rise up. I'm going to take you into a fun series. We're going to sit with our legs crossed and find a twist, a seated twist. So your left leg will come under you and your right foot comes over the left. Hopefully that makes sense. Your right sit bones comes to the mat. Right hand behind you. Reach your left hand high as you inhale, and as you exhale, twist to the right. Breathe in, find length, and exhale, twist more to the right. One more breath here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. On your inhale, come to center, and as you exhale, turn to the left. Now, I want you to keep your feet where they are. They're going to move a little bit, but they're really going to stay kind of in that same place. Keep your hands on the mat as you pick your butt up off the mat and walk your hands in a half circle back of your mat. If your feet are still connected to the mat and you're just spinning around, you might come to the perfect position on side two. If you haven't, it's okay, but you're gonna have the right knee now underneath you and the left foot crossed over the right thigh. Situate your left sit bone to the mat and your left hand behind you. Breathe in, lift up, and as you exhale, pull your right elbow to the left thigh. Breathe in, lengthen, and exhale, twist left. Good, 2 more breaths. Inhale, lift, exhale, twist. One more time, breathe in, lengthen, breathe out, twist. That feels so good. Breathe in, come to center, and exhale, twist to the right. Here we're gonna take that same thing. We're using our hands against the floor as we lean into the right hip. Feet stay exactly where they are as you walk your hands in a half circle at the back of your mat, twisting all the way around, and maybe you'll end up in the same position you started in. Kind of fun. Bring your feet onto the mat and lower all the way down to your back. Once you're on your back, draw your knees into your heart. Reach your hands between your legs and grab your feet. Take peace sign fingers and wrap them around your big toes. Draw your knees down towards your ribs, press your tail to the mat, and playfully rock side to side. Good. And then bring your knees back together and give yourself a hug, wrapping your legs with your loving arms. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, relax and let go. Turn your palms face up, open to receiving all the benefits of your practice. As you lay in Shavasana, you soak it up. And as you lay here soaking up your practice, let go of controlling your breath. Just let your breath flow. And bring your awareness to the palms of your hands. Simply shifting your mind's awareness to your hands, you might start to feel a tingling sensation or heat. There is a style of massage called Reiki or Reiki massage, and basically you use the energy from your heart traveling down through your arms into your palms for healing. This healing comes from love. And if there's some place on your body that hurts, maybe your heart hurts or you have a tummy ache or a headache, place your hands on the spot on your body that might need some extra loving, extra healing. You can lay here for as long as you like, enjoying your practice, enjoying the healing process from your hands. And as you rest, I'd like to share a quote from Nelson Mandela, who tells us that it is in your hands to create a better world for all who live in it. I hope you make use of your loving hands and help heal the world with me. Thank you so much for joining me for our yoga practice today. 365 inspired yoga classes inspired by your hands. Make your way to seated, and once you come to seated, bring your hands to prayer position in front of your heart. Bring your hands together and rub them vigorously, creating heat and friction. And then take your warm hands and lay them over your face, lightly, gently. Trail your hands down your face, over your neck, over your body, out to your knees and your thighs, all the way down to the bottoms of your feet. And then bring your hands back to prayer position in front of your heart. What a pleasure to share this beautiful yoga practice with you. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you for your kind words. Please leave comments. I'd love to hear how this practice is helping you. Share our channel, Free Yoga Club, with your friends and family. Thank you so much.